my gosh, there's Rubik's Cubes everywhere! On today's episode of, hey, look at this! Today, we're looking at Rubik's Cubes. Yeah, that's right, I've got a bunch of Rubik's Cubes. So in today's episode, I'm gonna explain what the heck is going on here. Because even though right now it might just look like a mess of colors, if we're smart about this, we can organize these in a really cool way. I think you're really gonna like this. So let's get started with the main man himself, the Rubik's Cube. All right, so this is our standard Rubik's Cube here. Now, if we count the number of squares on this bad boy, then we'll see it is 1, 2, 3 squares wide, 1, 2, 3 squares tall, and 1, 2, 3 squares long. That's why the regular standard Rubik's Cube is commonly referred to as the 3x3x3, or 3x3 Rubik's Cube, 3x3 Twisty Puzzle, because it's 3x3x3 squares. Our first category of Rubik's Cube puzzles, 3x3 variants. So first up, we got basic sticker variants like this one. So this one's kind of cool. It's got the black stickers with the little colorful outlines. Let's see, what else do oh, actually, I also have just a stickerless Rubik's Cube. So this has no stickers at all. This is actually the oldest Rubik's Cube I own. I was really obsessed with the stickerless look for a while. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I actually have another one. These are the exact same. I'm pretty sure they came as a 2-pack. Okay, so that's 4. Let's see what else. Oh, okay, this one, I actually hate this one. This one's really annoying. Check this out. If I just move it around a bit, you can see the colors actually change on this one. It's not actually solved right now, but it's mostly solved. Still though, it doesn't ever look solved. Even when it's completely perfectly solved, it still doesn't look like it. And I just can't respect that. Now, okay, but these are still all pretty much solved the exact same, right? Just get all the colors the same on every side. So beyond that, we can do some more interesting things with the 3x3. For example, picture cubes. So here's a prime example of a picture cube. This one's got a bunch of different fruit on it, but still pretty much solved the exact same way. There's also another kind of picture cube. Oh, right here. This is one from Disney World. I actually have 3 from Disney World. So these are all 3 from Disney World, and you can see they have these full pictures displayed on each side. But yeah, these are cute, these are fun. Let's see if I have any other picture. Oh, here's one. This is the sibling puzzle. So there's me, really great photo of me. You get the idea. It's a sibling puzzle. You can switch out your faces. So that's a fun thing we can do with the 3x3. Another cool thing is change the actual size of the 3x3. So I have a bunch of mini 3x3s here to gather. Oh, wow, look at that. I do actually own another Disney one. I completely forgot I even own this. These are actually incorrectly colored. You see how there's a blue and green edge? On a typical Rubik's Cube, blue and green are opposites of each other. So you would never get a piece with both blue and green on it. But okay, I have another one. It's actually the smallest Rubik's Cube I own. Here it is. Look at this little guy. Look how tiny he is. And it does actually turn pretty badly. So that's good. Now, of course, you can also go the other direction and just make a really big 3x3. I don't own any of those, but there's some pretty big ones out there that you can find. But yeah, that's pretty fun. These are all the ones I own that are pretty standard variations of the 3x3. But there's more we can do. Instead of just changing out the stickers or the size, why don't we change the shape? Basically, it's a different shape, it looks different, but it's still solved the exact same way as you would solve a normal 3x3. Let me show you a few examples of this. All right, so first example, I'll show you the first one I ever got. The Void Cube. What I love about the Void Cube is that it has a purple side. I think all Rubik's Cubes should have a purple side, but they don't. Anyways, the Void Cube, basically its gimmick is that there's a hole right in the middle of the puzzle there. And that means it has a different internal mechanism because I mean, okay, if we pop open just a normal Rubik's Cube, then you can see there's a lot going on in there. So yeah, the Void Cube is not the best at turning, but I mean, it does look pretty cool, so it's got that going for it. But this is a pretty basic modification. We can get crazier. So here we have the Mirror Cube. Of course, I also have silver, so silver and gold. Watch what happens when I turn it. Whoa, what the heck is going on here? So since each of these pieces is a different size and slightly different shape, you can still solve this thing like a normal 3x3. So I'll just scramble this one up, why not? Oh yeah, that's looking pretty good. Another famous 3x3 modification is the Fisher cube. Here it is. So this is the Fisher cube, and you might think we just compare them here. I mean, same colors, but that is a very different shape. Well, okay, I mean, I'm sure you've caught on. You just turn it 45 degrees, and it's the exact same as a 3x3. It turns the same way. You got 1, 2, 3 by 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3 long. And similar to the Fisher cube, the windmill cube. So if this is the normal 3x3, this is how you'd orient the Fisher cube, and this is how you'd orient the windmill puzzle. And by the way, the reason it's called the windmill cube, let me see if I can do it. I believe if you turn it like this, check that out, it's a windmill. Fisher cube does not do that. Pretty boring, boring alert. In fact, I actually have oh, it's right here. I have a mirror windmill puzzle as well. Let's get that into position. Wow, look at that. Cool, okay, what else we got? This is the twisted Rubik's Cube. Oh my gosh, this piece is wrong. I gotta fix that. I have it written down on my phone notes exactly how to fix this. Just go like that. There we go, perfect. See, it's just a twisted version of the normal Rubik's Cube. And yes, it solves the exact same way as a normal Rubik's Cube. You can see it turns the exact same way as a normal, ordinary Rubik's Cube. So cool. I'm just mixing these all up. I'm gonna have to solve these all later. This is the UFO puzzle. Yeah, believe it or not, you solve this the exact same way. Look how different they look. This is crazy. This one has a whole new color, gray. But if we just focus on one of these centers, then it's right there, we're looking at it. We have the centerpiece, we have the top edge, left edge, bottom edge, right edge, and the 4 corners. So I can just turn this thing just like a normal 3x3, and it solves the exact same way. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I actually forgot that this was a 3x3 because of how crazy it is. Yes, believe it or not, this is an ordinary Rubik's Cube, and you solve it the same way. So there's a very famous pattern on the normal Rubik's Cube called the checkerboard pattern. You just turn each side twice. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 1, 2. Believe it or not, this Insanity Cube is also currently in the checkerboard pattern. I'm gonna do this very carefully. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And there it is. So this is the grid. It's pretty awkward to see. But yeah, so we've got the centerpiece right here that has 2 colors. And we've got edge piece, edge piece, edge piece, edge piece, and the 4 corners. And it turns the exact same way as a normal Rubik's Cube. And that's all I've got. That's all of the 3x3 variants I've got that you solve the exact same way as the normal Rubik's Cube. I do have one quick honorable mention. This is the gear cube, and as I turn the puzzle, the gears move everything else. I found this to be a fan favorite. Everybody I've shown this puzzle to is like, whoa, that is really cool. It's actually, this one is considerably easier to solve than a normal Rubik's Cube. You can learn how to solve this very fast, but it's completely different. The solution is totally different. So even though it looks like it's just a normal modification of the 3x3 Rubik's Cube, that's why it's an honorable mention. It's not really solved the same way, so it's kind of separate from everything else. But yeah, that's it. Woo! All right, here we go. So these are all of the 3x3 variants. I'm gonna put these all away. We'll see what's left. And you know, I'm gonna keep the normal Rubik's Cube out just so we can compare later on. But yeah, okay. This is all we have left. So as you can see, already a ton of puzzles can just be categorized as versions of the normal Rubik's Cube. So that's nice, but we still have a lot left to go through. So let's think about what's next. Okay, back to the normal Rubik's Cube. Move all this crap out of the way. What else can we change about this? Well, like I said before, this is a 3x3x3 Rubik's Cube. So I think the most obvious thing to do would be to go up a number. This is the 4x4x4. And there is pretty much a whole new method for solving the 4x4. Now there is something I want you to notice here with the 4x4. There's no exact centers. There's actually 4 middle pieces. But why stop there, right? Let's go even further. The 5x5. All right, so this one's great because it's an odd number. So the center piece is back, which is why I skipped right over the 6x6 and I got the 7x7. This is currently the biggest Rubik's Cube that I own. And of course, they do make bigger ones. In fact, the biggest Rubik's Cube ever made was a 33x33x33. Yeah, completely insane. But what if we went the other direction? Instead of adding layers, what if we removed layers? So I'm gonna put these away and let me introduce you to the, where is it? Ah, the 2x2. So this guy is adorable. Now I actually own 2 of these, and this is the only Rubik's brand cube that I own. And that's because Rubik's brand cubes are notoriously bad. I mean, they just do not turn as good as the knockoff brands do. I mean, this is just way smoother. Now you can see again, it's an even number, so there's no center pieces, but also there's no edge pieces either. There's only corners. This guy is just made up of 8 corner pieces, which is nice. I really like the 2x2. It might be my favorite puzzle of all time, but the 2x2 actually has an entire family of variants on its own. So let's talk about some of the 2x2 variants. All right, the mirror 2x2. Of course, I had to get the mirror 2x2. So yeah, same as the others. It kind of turns really weird, really fast, and gets super confusing. Personally, I find this to be quite a bit harder to solve than the 3x3 mirror. Maybe that's just me. I also have the, this is the elephant cube. So this guy is just the exact same as the 2x2. It's just 2x2. This is really a difficult puzzle though. I really struggled to solve this one. So I pretty much try to never ever mix it up just because it's so adorable. Okay, and I have one more. Oh, right here. Okay, it's currently mixed up. I'm gonna see if I can solve it. Okay, oh, nope, it's not solved yet. There we go. All right, so this guy, you can see any direction you look, when it's solved, you'll see a complete ring. Now, first of all, I want you to understand there's no way to break up these 3 colors, right? No matter which way we turn this piece, it's always going to stay red, white, and green, just like the normal 2x2. So the way to visualize this is pretty backwards. Essentially, the bottom side represents the top side, the right side represents the left side, and the left side represents the right side. If you can make that little inversion in your brain work, then you should be able to solve this thing just fine, assuming you know how to solve the 2x2. It does take a minute of thinking though. And that's all I've got for 2x2s. Of course, we could go all the way down to a 1x1, but I don't own any of those. Maybe I should. I've been thinking about getting one. But okay, we've been removing a lot of layers. We don't really need to do that. I mean, what happens if we just slice off just this top layer, just this top little layer, and we're left with this little bit at the bottom? This is the domino cube. Let me see if I can solve this. Ooh, I've forgotten my algorithms. Let me go back to that notes app. So easy, how could I not remember that? And that is like 1-to-1, isn't it? Okay, so this thing is pretty different to solve because you can't just do a single turn like that, because you can, but then it locks up every other move. So you have to do double turns. So, okay, we've sliced off one layer. Why not slice off another? This is the floppy cube. Now, I have never noticed this before, but I'm just now seeing that the color scheme on my floppy cube is different than the ones on my other cubes. That's kind of sad. Just these nice little movements. You can even just do a half movement and then do like something like that. That's pretty freaky and weird, right? I actually own another floppy cube. You're gonna like this one too. This is another fan favorite, the floppy cube fidget spinner. Oh yeah, we've got a Rubik's Cube fidget spinner. This is a fully functional floppy cube, even to like this extent. Of course, you can't really spin it very well like this. But yeah, this thing is, oh wait, hold on. This guy is the right color scheme. Okay, hold on. I gotta solve it now. Man, this thing is putting me on the spot here. Okay, I think I'm pretty close. Oh, I did it. Oh no, I didn't do it. We just gotta flip this piece around like that, and we are solved. Boom, look at that. That is gorgeous. But what if we sliced the domino cube in a different way? So instead of just cutting off another layer like this, what if we cut off the side layer like that? It's been here the whole time. This is the 2x2x3. I don't know if there's like a cute name for this, like floppy cube or domino cube. It's just the 2x2x3. And yeah, this guy's not super fun to solve, if I'm being honest. I mean, it's got the same problem as the domino cube, where you can only move this side twice. But I mean, it's pretty easy. It's nice to have in the collection. What if we sliced off another side and we're just left with this little shape? Well, I don't have a cube version of that, but I do have this little Christmas tree. This is a little Christmas tree ornament, and it is essentially a 1x2x3 Rubik's Cube, which is exactly what this would be, a 1x2x3. And this one's pretty, you can just solve this through intuition alone, which I appreciate. Those are kind of my favorite kind of puzzles. And let's keep going, right? Let's cut off one of these layers. Here it is, the 2x2x1. This guy is freaking awesome. So the 2x2x1 only has 6 possible permutations. Now compare that to the normal Rubik's Cube, which has like 43 quintillion, I'm pretty sure. I'll put the exact number on screen. But yeah, this guy's got 6. Just by randomly twisting it, you'll solve it in no time. I mean, there's only 2 ways to twist it. You can do it this way or that way. And if you do the same one twice in a row, you're back where you started. It's good as a fidget toy, but that's as low as I went. I didn't get a 1x2x2. That's it on this little cuboid departure. Let's put these away. Ugh. Beautiful. We don't have to stop here, right? We could do any 3 numbers. You know, 3x3x4s, or your 4x4x6s, your 3x4x5s, your 3x3x17s. And I do have one more cuboid. It's a little bit bigger. This one's pretty fun because it looks like, you know, this is how you twist it, this is how you do it. But on this one, you actually can do a half turn. Watch what happens here. Oh yeah, this guy gets crazy fast. Let me try and get it back to a cube shape real quick. Fun fact, this one pretty much solves the exact same as a 2x2. So I'll let you wrap your brain around that one. And it should be about there. There it is. Gorgeous. All right, let's move on from cuboids. So, back to the normal Rubik's Cube. We've modified what's on the cube. We've modified the number of layers. What else can we do to this thing? Well, how about we change the number of faces? So right now the Rubik's Cube, it's cube, so it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 faces. But meet the Pyraminx. So the Pyraminx has 1, 2, 3, 4 faces. It is a 4-sided pyramid. This thing is fun. You can see how it turns. It's pretty intuitive. It's pretty fun. It's super clicky. Listen to this click. I mean, oh, the corner fell off, but it pops right back in. Oh my gosh, these things are so much fun. I also have a bigger Pyraminx. This is called the Master Pyraminx. Look at this thing. Oh my gosh. I don't even have much to say about it, but it's just so fun. I love being able to turn such like a giant, jagged side. That's just so satisfying. And we can go in the other direction as well. So this is the Megaminx. The Megaminx is a dodecahedron. So it has 12 sides. I won't even bother counting them for you. This guy's really fun. You can look so smart solving this thing because guys, this thing actually solves the same as a 3x3, except there's more steps, right? So look, instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4 edge pieces, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a star instead of a cross. But that's just one more edge piece to solve. That's just one more corner to put in. So there's a little easy way to look smart for all you champions out there. And I also have a bigger version of this. You've probably seen it this video. The Gigaminx. Holy cow, this guy just dwarfs its little brother. Yeah, this thing is freaking awesome. So I've only solved this one time. It took me 5 days to figure it out. It was a very fun 5 days. It was actually very stressful, but also a lot of fun. And yeah, this thing's a beast. I mean, look at it. Oh my gosh. And they make ones bigger than this. I haven't bought them because they're freaking expensive, but you can get a Petaminx. I mean, they get crazy. Okay, so we have a few puzzles left. I mean, these are all so different from the rest of the puzzles on this list. They don't really fit in with the rest of the bunch. And honestly, that's really the truth of the matter. When you start going down the rabbit hole of Rubik's Cubes, I mean, there are thousands of these puzzles that are just totally different realm. And that's when we start getting into some methods of organization that I don't even have a need for because I have so few of them. But let's look at a few. These three, they are pretty similar. These are what I like to call corner twisting puzzles. So this one's probably the most famous. This is the Scube, and you can see you twist the corners, and that's how you scramble it. I gotta be honest, this thing is, oh my gosh, it is so difficult for me to wrap my brain around. It is, I mean, it might look similar, but this thing turns completely differently from a normal Rubik's Cube, and like none of my intuitions for solving a normal Rubik's Cube work on this thing. It confuses me so much, and it really stresses me out. Now this one's similar. It also is a corner twisting puzzle. This is called the Dino Cube. This one's a lot easier though. I can solve this one. It's still though, it confuses me. These corner twisting ones confuse me. And this one's the Ivy Cube. This is the easiest corner twisting puzzle I own. Grab a corner and twist it. That's all there is to it. There's also more corner twisting puzzles out there that I can practice with, but these are the three I own, and they confuse the heck out of me. There's also edge turning puzzles, like the Curvy Copter is an example. I need to get that one because I don't own any edge flipping puzzles, and that's like its own subset that I don't even own. We got a few more. Let's look at them. Now these stand out as being pretty different. This is actually the exact same puzzle. If I unravel this ball, you can see you can pretty much turn this into any shape you want. The only one I know how to make is the ball and the dog, which is awesome. Let me build the ball again. Oh, actually, I'm gonna make a little doggo friend.
Wish that I could stay in this moment forever, so I can hold you in my arms.
There we go. Check it out. They're kissing. There's definitely more things you can make with these. I need to look into it though. I don't really know how to make anything else, but there's a lot you can do, more than I'm doing. Yeah, these are a little more open-ended though. There's not exactly one clear solution, which I guess is a good thing. And another outlier, we got this bad boy. Now this isn't even a twisty puzzle. This is a wooden puzzle, but step one is breaking it apart. That's pretty easy. I don't think anybody struggles with that one. The really hard part is putting it back together. There is a trick to this. I'm gonna spoil it for you. I don't care, I don't give a crap. All right, so all you wanna do is take two of the pieces like this and just kind of put them together, just like that. Then we're gonna take our third piece and put it on the left side. Okay, the left side. Okay, so I'm gonna set that aside, and we're gonna grab two more pieces and do the same thing, just put them together like that. This time, the third piece will go on the right side. So now we've got one on the left and one on the right, and let's just make them kiss. They're now melded together as one. Isn't that beautiful? It's a circle of life. All right, we got one more puzzle. This guy. This is the square one. You gotta move these sides twice at a time like that. But there's so much bandaging happening in the middle layer that you really have to just line things up with this little crease here and spin once. And then you line up something else and you spin again. And that's the whole puzzle. Line something up, spin, line something up, spin. Okay. So this is an example where one of these little diamond pieces has blocked our slice. Even though these all line up, there's still pieces that can trip you up. I have never solved this puzzle. It is extremely difficult. But yeah, that's it, man. I've been here for hours recording. I'm freaking exhausted. That was a lot of puzzles, man. Guys, the world of Rubik's Cubes, it is so vast. And there's an incredible community out there of people who love these puzzles. You can find a lot of cheap, good ones on Amazon if you just search Twisty Puzzles. A bunch of them will pop up. And there's tons and tons of tutorials on how to solve these things. Guys, this community is great. I would highly recommend getting into this. It's so much fun. But that's all I got for you today. Have a nice day.
You will grow up in the blink of